Selecting modes in international transportation. In this very brief video, I will explain what to consider when selecting a mode in international transportation. In an increasingly globalized world, efficiency in international transportation has become vital to secure competitive advantages in foreign operations. International transportation enables an array of transportation modes with unique features. To select an optimal transportation mode or a combination of modes, the manager needs to evaluate the transportation infrastructure and the optimal features for corporate and stakeholders' activities in the business environment. From the firm's perspective, a good infrastructure is vital not only to reach the consumers, but also to extract resources and purchases efficiently from its suppliers. A weak infrastructure can hinder access and therefore make it costly to interact with company stakeholders. Infrastructure problems, especially in developing countries, pose a serious problem to international transportation. Some developing countries have developed good transportation networks closer to their main cities but lack internal infrastructure investments. This can especially be present in former colonies where their original infrastructure was designed to maximize extraction value. Shipping to or from the country can therefore be very efficient, but reaching the suppliers or distributors may be very time-consuming if they are located far inside the country. It is important to highlight that infrastructure problems can also occur in more developed countries. The container port traffic in China has increased significantly in the last decade. Did you know that in 2014 their ports operated 27% of the entire world port traffic? Even with large and modern seaports, China is struggling with keeping up with the increased demand, and this has led to congestion problems. The company manager therefore needs to adapt to current conditions and gather information on planned infrastructure development before making a commitment to international stakeholders. In international shipping, it is important to choose the appropriate mode for all corporate, supplier, and customer activities that are affected by modal choice and explore the full implication of each alternative. Around 19% of all trade in terms of volume is carried by ocean shipping. Although the total volume compared to ocean shipping remains small, 40% of the world's manufactured exports by value travel by air. Therefore, I've chosen these two carriers as my comparison in the mode selection. The manager should select a mode depending on the valuation of four performance measures for transportation: cost, transit time, predictability, and non-economic factors. Firstly, air freight is considerably more expensive than ocean shipping. Not only is the transportation cost in ocean shipping divided on more units in terms of volume, but there is also a large demand for air freight that drives up the price of air services. You may now assume that transporting by sea is always more affordable than transporting air cargo, but this is not always the case when you look on the bigger picture. Predictable shipping allows for reduction in net working capital as necessary inventory can be reduced. As a result, capital can be invested in other attractive projects. Additionally, precise delivery is a marketing tool for the company to attract consumers. In terms of absolute time, air freights are considered more predictable than ocean shipping. Additionally, the air shipment is less likely to suffer from damage of cargo movement or theft. Piracy against merchant vessels poses a significant threat to world shipping. For example, in 2011 alone, there were 439 incidents of pirate attacks and 45 merchant vessels hijacked. This problem is not evident in air shipment. The next factor is transit time. Compared to large container ships, air freight can cover the same distance in 24 hours the container ships use for entire 45 days. Lower transit time is an advantage for emergency shipments, and it may also reduce the inventory demands. For perishable products such as flowers, fruits, and vegetables, air freight is very important. Finally, we will consider non-economic factors. Government can exert pressure on domestic transportation to force the company to use local carriers, even if there are better options in the market in the perspective of price and quality of service. For example, in the United States, all travelers on government business are forced to use national carriers if they are available. Another aspect is social awareness of environmental issues is very important for many companies. In terms of CO2 emissions, shipping is recognized as the most efficient form of commercial transport, and airlines by far the worst. However, ocean shipping may be involved in oil spills and disruption in water ecosystems. The eco-friendliest carrier is therefore unclear. So which transportation mode should the manager choose in international transportation? Well, the answer is that it depends. The manager should carefully evaluate the costs, predictability, transit time, and non-economic factors of the available modes in relation to the established and expected infrastructure investment in the country. Furthermore, the modes should be mixed if necessary to get the desired flow in transportation. However, it is important to highlight that the selected mode or modes should not only be optimal for corporate activities but also to its stakeholders in the business environment.